Let's go. Let's go.
And it does it. Please do it.
Hello and welcome to Alienate UK.
Yes, I did it. Oh, I hope you all heard it, or I just enjoyed that on my own. So, welcome to the show, DJ. Absolute pleasure having you on here. And if anyone hasn't noticed, you will notice now when DJ tips his head, you have the same hats. So, it's all good. So, we actually met, but we didn't get a chance to speak for long at the Bridgewater convention that Daniel was doing. But it was an absolute smashing weekend. It was better than the one today anyway, let's say that. Because that didn't happen. But anyway, moving on from that.
Oh boy. I saw.
Yeah, so anyone interested in my thoughts, and that was me being very, very polite, they are on Facebook for everybody to see.
They're not very polite over there.
No, so in my head, what I wanted to write was not even close to what I actually did write. But anyway, it's all done and dusted, and we've moved on from that now, so it's okay. So, DJ, thank you so much for coming on, because I know how hard you are working physically, and you're out in Alaska, and it's like Jeff was saying, you can only work certain times of the year due to the weather and the climate and all that, so you have to get stuck in as and when you can. So, yeah,
in some areas of Alaska, it gets like minus 40, minus 60, gets up to minus 100 like once a year in some places with the wind chills and stuff, and it's blowing like 50, 60 miles an hour at the same time, and you go outside for a couple seconds and you're like, oh, this is miserable, I'm going back in.
Yeah, I don't think I'd leave the house to like. I'd have to have a thermometer on a stick and just keep putting it out till it comes back with the correct reading.
You can actually get so cold you can take boiling hot water and throw it in the air and it'll like freeze instantly.
Wow,
that's too cold for me. Nope.
It'll look like throwing flour in the air.
Yeah. I like it cold, but not ridiculous cold, not like liquid nitrogen cold. So you are native to Alaska?
Yeah, my mom was half Alaska Native and half Russian.
Wow.
And my dad was what they call a mutt, like English, Irish,
a
German,
bit of everything,
French, Sioux Indian.
Right, yeah. We call them a Heinz 57 over here.
Yeah.
Because they're all different, right? Yeah. So, obviously, you're into Bigfoot, but I hate the questions. What got you started? I hate them sort of questions. But why did you choose Bigfoot to research? That's what I'm trying to say.
I actually literally was luckily in the right place at the right time. I didn't try to go out and pursue this career. I work in kitchens and I cook for a living. It's just where I grew up. I was very lucky to be born there and grew up there until I was a teenager and went to high school in the city. And just growing up in the woods where there's no road to get there. You have to take a boat or airplane to get to where Nunwalek is. And then Portlock's like another 10 miles down the coast. So, like, growing up in the Alaskan bush and in the wilderness, like, I think it has a huge advantage for me, like, as an adult now, because all the tools that people are trying to learn, and like, hey, I grew up doing that. Like, right on. And then hearing those, being from there, our family came from Portlock as well. So just hearing those stories growing up, like, I've always been intrigued and interested, and whenever there was like some sort of like mystery show on TV about like cryptids and stuff, I'd always be glued to the TV. And when I was younger, we had these things called encyclopedias before
Before the
before the internet, and
yeah,
I would look up different cryptids that I heard on the TV shows in the encyclopedias, and I thought that was kind of cool thinking about it just now.
yeah,
But yeah, just growing up in that area and hearing these types of stories, I thought they were stories because I spent a lot of time in the woods, and I guess I just became complacent because I hear birds chirping and stuff, and I hear knocks every once in a while, and not even thinking anything of it. And now that I'm, excuse me, going to these conventions and stuff, I'm like on high alert all the time now whenever I go out in the woods, and I'm just like, these are things that people point out, but normally I thought that was just being out in nature.
Yeah. Well, I suppose if you're there and you're growing up in these areas, you're going to hear that all the time. So like you said, you're not going to think anything of it. You're not going to think it's something supernatural or paranormal. You're just going to think it's a noise.
There's just so many different animals and stuff, and like when you hear like a tree fall or like branches start breaking or something, then you're like, that's not normal. I should probably start getting ready to figure out how I'm getting out of this area.
Yeah. So you mentioned Portlock. Portlock comes up quite a lot with incidents and a lot of stuff going on in Alaska. What's your knowledge on Portlock? What do you recall with the weird goings on in that area?
So in the early 1900s, it was an actual town, like small town. It was a fishing area. They did commercial fishing. They did mining for different minerals. They did logging, and they also had a cannery, so they're catching and processing all that fish there. So, and the population is bigger than what my village of Nunwalek is now. Like they had more people in Portlock than what my village has now. But everyone was working and they're all making money.
Yeah.
And that's when things started getting kind of, I guess, started getting intense with people, going missing and, hunting parties going out and not all of them coming back, and, people going out hunting for bears or moose or something like that. And then they come back and, they broke up to go different routes, and then, couldn't find any. They came to resupply and go back out to go find a friend or something. People missing people that went missing, finding body parts in the river nearby. And if it was like a wild animal, then they would have been eating all the meat and stuff off all this.
And,
so it was just a lot of weird stuff. Within like, it was like 40 or 50 years, like 20 or 30 people went missing in that area. And then there's this, I have to look his name up. There was this guy, he was hunting, and he said this creature picked him up and was beating him on his chest and then slammed him on the ground. And he was telling them at the hospital, and he ended up passing away in the hospital with internal bleeding. And they kept asking him, like, it was a bear? And he's like, no, I'm a hunter. I know what a bear looks like. This was a creature.
Well, the thing is, a bear, it wouldn't beat you on the chest. It'd just claw you open.
Exactly.
Tear the shit out of you. So,
yeah, they said there was, like, damage done, like, as if something, like, heavy machinery fell on him or something, like, that's how bad his...
Yeah, so it's like the internal conditions going on. Wow. Because I know there's a lot of stuff going on there, and it's like a lot of it is documented, and then it just kind of stops. But it's like, what was the population then in Portlock to what it is now? Do you know?
Well, no one lives there. my tribe actually owns the land there in Portlock, and they just never developed it or anything like that. My grandmother told me when I was a young child, she said, never go there, it's an evil place. So I have a feeling
Wow.
she had a say in, like, don't go to Portlock, don't develop it, like, let nature take its course over there.
I
So,
suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was weird going there because we have so much sunlight in the summertime. The plants and vegetation grow so fast during the summer because we get up to 20 to 24 hours of sunlight depending on where you're at in Alaska in the summertime. So
Wow.
you'll get a good solid 3 weeks of that. And
Yeah.
if you have like a garden growing vegetables or something during that month, anything will grow super big and stuff because it's getting all that sunlight. And but yeah, that being said, Mother Nature takes over very fast when there's really good sunlight and rain. So
Yeah.
it's crazy going over there because you'll be driving along the coast on the boat and you'll see it because you know where it is, but it just looks like normal, natural. Like, oh, there's a mountain, nice trees, and some brush, and then you have the ocean.
Wow.
So you don't really know that anything's there until you actually go walk and see underneath the canopy of the trees and the brush and stuff like that. Then you'll see all the old cannery equipment, and I think the old school is still standing, old little cabin,
Yeah.
and the water tower is still up, and it's old and rusted and cool and kind of scary looking.
Now I need to go to Alaska.
You can go on that one without me. It's too cold. He just said negative
No, it's
100.
summertime.
Oh, go in the summer.
Well, it's
20 hours
it's a
of
good
sunlight.
73 right now. It's a good 73 right now.
There you go. That's
73.
Yeah.
73.
All
is
right, I can
perfect.
do
We've had a hot summer this year.
Yeah.
It's been weird.
Between 70 and 78, I can cope.
And it's a dry heat too. It's not humid, so it's nice.
Yes.
All right. That I can do. We'll
Yeah.
go during the summer.
Yeah.
And
there
you have
go.
amazing fishing. You can see the tallest mountain in North America in Denali. A nice drive up there. It's crazy to see something like that because it takes up like half the sky, and you're like,
Wow.
that doesn't even look real. Like, it looks like a painting, like a 3D painting.
Oh my God. That
Some
sounds
people,
so
I've heard
cool.
it's beautiful.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Oh. So, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Have you had any personal encounters?
I haven't seen Bigfoot, but I feel like I had a pretty good encounter as a teenager.
Oh.
So
Go on.
we have property in the mountains like 6 miles from the village. So in the summertime, I'd always go up there and go work on it, or like start cutting fallen down trees into like firewood, get it ready for the winter.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy cutting firewood. I feel like it's very therapeutic. And then knowing that I'm gonna have a nice warm house in the wintertime is great.
Yeah.
And wood fire is so much more nicer than furnace heat. Like, it feels like deeper in your bones. You can feel it. It's nice relaxing heat. Or I would go work on the cabin. There's all this stuff to patch up, fix up, change out. So I went up there for a couple of nights. Like, I'd come down during the day and go to the little store and get some like beef jerky and soda and Gatorade and go back up. And because we have this lake right on our property too, and a stream that goes through it right next to the cabin. It's pretty awesome. And it was about 3 a.m. I woke up and just had a weird feeling. I was just like, I didn't have a dream. I didn't have I went to bed and I just woke up and I was like, something's not right. And then I heard 3 loud bangs on the side of the cabin. And I was like, okay, maybe a tree
Ooh.
branch fell on the cabin. And I looked outside at the flashlight, and I'm like, none of the leaves or tree branches are moving. I'm like, it's not windy. And I was like, that was weird. I was like, whatever. Like, someone's messing with you. Just go back to sleep. Laid back down. 3 more knocks on the side of the cabin, just loud bangs, like someone took a 2x4 or something, hit the side of a building. And I was like, all right. So I was like, who's messing with me, huh? You really want to do this? And I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, when we go up to that area, there's a few other people that have cabins there, some family members. And we always let each other know if we're up there, so that way, if something happens, you can be like, okay, go to their cabin, they're up here. Or sometimes we'll get together and we'll cook over the fire and just have a big meal together, and we'll all go to our cabins and stuff after. And I was like, no one's up here tonight. And I was like, it's just me. And I was like, no one's gonna go out of their way 6 miles on an old 4-wheeler trail to come up and just mess with me. And then it started pounding again. And I just ran out the door, jumped on the 4-wheeler. I did not look back, and I just drove straight back to the village as fast as I can. I was like, I'm not looking.
Wow.
And that's probably like the only thing that there's definitely been hundreds of times where I was in the woods and picking berries or something, or even just walking to property or cutting firewood, and then all of a sudden all the hairs on the back of your neck and your arms like are on stand straight up, and you're like, something's staring at me right now because this is weird, and you're the only one there, and you're just like, okay, now this is just, then you start getting into like anxiety, panic attack, and like overthinking, and you're just like, I think I have enough firewood for the day. I think I'm gonna get going.
Yeah, just 2 little sticks. That'll do. I'm fine.
Yeah. I have some berries in the freezer. We're fine.
Yeah, we'll go back later and it's quiet. But that must be, because obviously I've never experienced that. But when you're out in the wilderness, you are right out in the middle of nowhere. There's no villages. You might have like you said, the odd cabin here and there. But what are the chances of someone actually still living there?
Oh, and not living. People just go there for
stay over
for like the weekend, or go for the night, or the kids
like
go up there to go swimming and stay the night. But usually if someone's up there.
Yeah.
Number one, because people have guns, and you're out in the woods and you're like, hey, they're over at their cabin, don't shoot in that direction if you're getting target practice or whatever.
Yeah, but it's like if you're there, like you said, you're getting firewood and berries and that, and you get that sensation that you're being watched, and there's no one else about. Which way are you gonna go? Because you're in the middle of nowhere.
So usually I just go straight for the cabin where I'm staying at.
Yeah.
Because if I'm at my sister's cabin, it's a few hundred yards away, probably about 400 yards away from where I usually stay at. But if I stay at my sister's, or go work on her cabin, or her son's cabin, I'll go to that one first, because that's where usually I have a gun. I don't know if a gun will work, but at least it'll make me feel better about like I have a chance.
Yeah. It's just
the other thing is I don't want to shoot anything unless it's like, okay, like I gave you like 2 warning shots. Like I pointed in the air, trying to startle you. I'm letting you know, hey, you're getting too close. But
that's the thing. You don't know what you're up against. So like you said,
exactly.
At least you've got that reassurance.
It makes you feel good. It's like having a Band-Aid on a cut. You got that little like.
Yeah.
It doesn't do much, but it makes you feel better about life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when you think there's when you think there's a ghost in the bedroom, so you just pull the quilt over you. I'll be
Yeah,
fine.
they're not gonna know that I'm
That
here.
doesn't stop them.
Exactly. But it makes you
Like
feel
other
better.
than Bigfoot, what other kind of cryptids or myths go on in Alaska that it could have been?
Oh,
You
so
have
Alaska
Pukwudgies?
is such a huge landmass. Like, so literally like 2,000 miles away, they have similar and also different cryptids, but they have like same species of salmon. So it's kind of crazy and weird. And
Ah.
their native language has a similar dialect to my language. So it's kind of cool hearing some of the words. They're like, oh, I know what that means. Right on. But you also know they're like 2,000 miles away. There's different cryptids about like little
Oh.
people, almost like
See, I
fairies.
feel like
There's also like sea creatures. There's like half like an otter man, like a land otter.
Otterman?
Yeah, like a
That sounds
Kushtaka.
adorable.
No.
Creepy as hell.
Yeah, otters are very angry animals.
Love otters.
yes, I do. And we have them in the UK, apparently in the wild. I've seen them in the zoo. I've not seen them in the wild yet. But it's like, an otter's like a water
Yeah,
raccoon, isn't it,
basically.
really, if you think about it?
And everyone's like, "Oh, they're so
No.
cute.
So-
You sleep and hold hands." I'm like,
Yeah, because like
No.
little
They
hands.
hold
Yeah,
hands
that's
when
it.
they're
murder.
sleeping, so they don't float away from
Look.
each other. It's adorable.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they're very murderous animals.
yeah.
They
hold
kill the
hands.
little ones and they eat
Yeah,
all
they
the
hold
little kids.
hands.
But they
They
hold
hold hands
hands,
like-
so it's okay.
Yeah. It's like, yes, we hold hands because we've just
Understand.
because we've just killed that family over there, so it's all good.
They do
We
that
did
in
it
many
together.
animals.
It's okay. It's cute.
Exactly. Yeah. We're both murderers now.
As
No,
long as they're in
just
it
you are.
together.
I just keep you calm at night.
Yeah.
I'll just hold your hand, tell you everything's okay, and you did a good job.
Yeah, and we'll just float away downstream and we'll get some salmon and everything's good.
Oh, you brought me some mussels and some clams. Thank you. Everything is fine now.
Yeah,
And they have
exactly.
favorite
have-
rocks.
Because they float on their back and they have like mussels and clams that they have on their chest and they like snack on while they're just floating around. Living the dream.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, it's a
Exactly.
sunny day. This is what I'm going to do all day. I'm just going to lay here on the water floating and soak
Yeah.
up the sun.
That's what I did this morning.
Nice.
Yeah. So going back to topic, I know we do keep going off, but we do like to have a laugh, so it's all good. Have you had much UFO encounters? Because I know Alaska is a big hotspot for the UFOs. The UFOs or UFOs? UFOs.
Growing up, I would always question what's up there. And
Yeah.
my dad got me a telescope when I was little and like what are those moving things? They're like, oh, they're shooting stars, and I'm like, there's so many shooting stars out all the time. Because you get a clear night in Alaska and you can see, like, it almost looks like they'll put the posters on their ceiling of the constellations and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you literally, one night I laid down on the ground and just looked up, and for like 2 hours I was just trying to like see if I know each constellation. Then I realized I had an iPhone and I can just like
Oh,
get
the
the
star
app where you
chart.
can look
Yeah.
at it and I can see like I was
Yes.
like, oh, this is so cool. And then
Yeah.
I was just like going through it. It was awesome. But my dad was quite a conspiracy theorist growing up, so I kind of like learned about him at an early age, and I'm just like, it's cool now. All right. So I've always like believed in, always looked out for stuff. But I did see some footage a couple of years ago above our mountain, right next to our village. There was like a orb up here, and it shot over here, And then you can see like the trail go, and then it just then it hovered, and then a light came down. And I saw it from like 3 different phones that they got from different spots in our village. And no one got any explanation. I think they sent it to like a news thing or something, and they're like, we were told not to air that or something. And it's just like,
Oh.
oh, interesting. But
it's always a bit iffy, isn't it, if you say don't show that.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
And
why?
then
Why
I
can't
saw
you
it
show
from
people?
3 different people from 3 different angles of the village of the same exact thing, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. It was like right next to our village on top of a mountain.
Yeah.
I want to hike that
Hey.
mountain this summer now, or next summer now. See what's
Yeah.
on top of there, see if there's something that attracts them, because, you know, there's always been like dancing stars over there in that area.
Yeah.
I'm
So
like, now it's starting to...
So obviously, my geographics of most of the world are rubbish. So where the mountain is, what you're talking about in Alaska, is that anywhere near, like heading out towards Russia?
No.
Right.
No, it's not.
No, because I was just wondering if it was anything to do with the Russian military. Because I know the distance between the US and Russia, I think the shortest point is like only a couple of kilometers. I can't remember the exact thing. So,
well, like from the closest island, it's like 80 miles, but there's an island that's literally split in half between Russia and Alaska.
wow.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little Dimea or something like that.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't know actually.
I think no one gets involved.
Because like
It's
it has to be, yeah, it has to be like, I don't know. Like, are you born on this side of the house or this side of the house? I guess I don't know.
Are you Russian or are
But,
you Alaskan? Which one?
But they speak Russian, English, and their native language also. So that's like a little combination. There's definitely a lot of like small towns in Alaska where they speak languages like multiple like that.
Yeah.
Where they have even if it's not like fluent in Russian, they'll understand a lot, because a lot of Alaska is Russian Orthodox. So when we go to church, we have English, Russian, and then in our native language when we do songs and prayers and stuff. So
yeah. Oh. So I've got a question. I'm just trying to word it right. So with the village, with all the different villages, if you went to another village and you asked them about, say, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, would they like ignore you, or would they be happy to talk about it? Because obviously some tribes and that, they're not very open about what it is that goes on in their area. They want to keep it to a minimum. They don't want to share it out so that it goes public.
if you ask them individually, one-on-one,
Yeah,
you'll get more of what you want to know than if you try to as a community as a whole.
Yeah. Right. No, I was
Is
just
everybody
wondering.
pretty, like, open about this stuff?
What's that?
Is everybody pretty like open about this stuff, or you kind of have to get somebody to decide?
Everyone like. Well, if you like just randomly walk up to someone, they'll be like, "Oh yeah," and they'll like tell you about it. But like if you have like a big like press conference or something, and you start like throwing out questions, they're gonna think about how they answer it before they answer it. But if you're like talking like how we are, you know, you guys are asking me questions, I'm just like, yeah, right on, like cool, like yeah, people enjoy talking and communicating with each other, so
Yeah. So I'm going to ask one of them questions. What is the weirdest thing of the strangest thing that you know that's happened in or around Alaska?
Ooh, that is a very, very hard question.
Sorry, I do apologise.
That is a very hard question.
It doesn't have to be Bigfoot related. It's
I-
anything to do with the paranormal whatsoever. Just some weird shit that goes on.
Oh, there's so many different levels of weirdness. Like, we can talk about just walking around in the city and just being observant of how the people are, and how bad the homeless population is here. Or
Yeah.
you can go to one river and see like people fishing and having a great time, and then you can go down the river or up the river and see people trying to illegally catch fish or something, and it's just like like there's a lot of weird stuff. It just depends on like how
Yeah, on what level?
My favorite thing is how the United States bought Alaska from Russia.
Mm-hmm.
And the Russians didn't come and start trading until the 1800s. And they would pay the native people one glass bead for each sea otter pelt that they got for their furs that they took to Russia. And I'm like, how did Russia make money from the United States for selling land that that people are already living here? Like, that's how did this happen? How did
Yeah, and it's connected to North America. So how did Russia have it in the first place?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is So as a kid growing up, like hearing about, oh, and Russia sold, so we're part of Russia, and they're like, no, wait, then how did Russia sell us to America then?
Yeah, it's all.
So are we like
strange,
technically
isn't it?
Canada? And they're
It's
like,
all a money thing.
no. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, there's a straight
Power
line
thing.
between us and Canada. How do you guys pick that line?
Because I was going to say, isn't it more on line with Canada than it is the US, Alaska? Yeah. So surely Canada just didn't get a say in it by the sounds of it.
You have to drive through Canada to get to Alaska.
Yeah,
from the United States.
I do know some bits, but I know where Alaska is. I thought there might have been like a road that is owned by Trump or whoever that you can drive down to get into Alaska. I don't know.
No, that's why you have like the continental U.S. and then Hawaii and Alaska. They don't count
the
in
lower
anything.
48. We call it the lower 48, and then it's us in Hawaii. They're like our little sister, we like to say.
Because like it's literally not included in anything. Anything will tell you like free delivery to the continental U.S.
Or not in Alaska and Hawaii not included. That's my other favorite.
Yeah.
Like, oh, why are we not included?
Because you're so far away.
Because you belong to Russia, even though you're in Canada, but it's still America.
That's America for you. It makes no sense.
No, but it's totally understandable because, like, when I worked for a moving company or would have to, like, make deliveries for, like, a pizza place, like, you can't just order something from Florida and expect it there, like, next day on Amazon. It's like, okay, that has to get either overnighted flight and then sorted and then delivered, or a really fast car going straight from Florida to Alaska. I don't know.
Just all the way across from the southeast to the northwest. No stopping.
Well, a lot of people don't expect that, and then people from the lower 48 that moved to Alaska, they're like, well, back at home, I used to be able to get it the next day or 2 days later. I'm like, well, we're like 2,000 miles away from your old home.
Yeah.
I really wanted to move to Block Island. It's like the smallest town. It's a little island off Rhode Island. But then I realized that I would not get overnight or 2-day shipping on Amazon. And I'm like, I can't do it.
Oh, see, I'd struggle. I'd be on the phone to Amazon. Look, just get a boat. I'll jump in my kayak. I'll meet them halfway. It's fine. But yeah, I don't think they'd go for it, would they?
I don't think so.
No. But anyway. Jeff was saying, so you've travelled a lot around the US. Did he say you've travelled around Europe a lot as well?
I've been to Ukraine twice, and now I've been to England twice.
So what do you, truthfully, what do you think of England?
I really enjoyed it.
Right, okay.
Well, I was also very lucky because the 2 times that I went there, they had a heat wave each time.
I know.
So I had sunny skies. I felt like I was in Hawaii. It was like 80, 85 degrees the whole time. So I was really spoiled. Because I brought over all this stuff because everyone's like, it's going to be cold, it's going to be rainy, overcast. I'm like, cool, like Alaska. So I got everything that I would go hiking in the woods with. And then I get over there and I'm like, I need shorts, I need a tank top, I need sandals. This is too much for me. I'm from Alaska. I'm dying.
Yeah, because it was Somerset, wasn't it, that you went to? Because when you was doing the filming with Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Somerset is a nicer part of the UK because it's not as developed as a lot of the other places. So if you'd have gone to Manchester, you'd have needed an umbrella because all it does is rain. In summer, it rains, but it's warm rain. That's how you can tell the difference. Because that's where I'm from originally. But I live just north of London now, about 50, 60 miles north of London. But it's, I think, because that weekend that we met up, it was scorching. It was so hot. It's like we kept going outside, but it was too hot, so we had to keep coming in like it was in Gettysburg, we had to keep coming back in the building for the aircon. So it was good, though. It was good.
One thing, though, I will actually say that I was very disappointed in when I was in England.
Go on.
Air conditioning and ice.
Oh.
You guys don't have either.
No. Well, this is one of the things that got me. So I'm walking down the corridor in the hotel when it was in Pennsylvania, and there's this racket going on at the end of the corridor. I said, was it you that I said it to, Nicole? I was walking down with someone. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And there's a guy, and I thought he was like trying to get into a vending machine. You have ice machines in your hotel.
Oh, we do,
scattered around everywhere. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, there's like
you just go and get a bucket or a bag and you just fill it with ice. You can have air.
It's normal. And there's refrigerators.
Yeah.
Yes. But aircon is extra. And it's never warm enough to have aircon for that long. It's a waste of money.
When I was there, I was the only person who went to England who got sunburned.
Well, I didn't do too bad, to be honest with you. But I work outside, so it's kind of a bit of a plus for me. It's just crappy when it's raining all the time. But yeah, well, we have ice machines, but that's when we go and get in refills, like in a fast food place or in the pub. That's the only place we have ice machines. No one has it. No, the new refrigerators now, the double, like we call them the American ones, like the Smeg and that, where you've got the ice machine in the door.
Like what?
Called Smeg, SMEG. The double we call Smeg? That's the brand name for it. So you have the double doors that they're just American fridges, we call them. And,
that's great. We'll accept that. Something we can be proud of.
So they have the ice machine in the front, but 90% of them, you've got to keep going in and filling up with water. They're not connected directly to a pipe.
Oh. Ours have water lines.
Yeah, well, some do, depending, but a lot of them, you just got to keep filling it up yourself. Like, yeah, we'll give us
Oh.
some, but you can have a taste of it, quite literally.
Maybe I need to start a business as an air conditioning refrigerator guy and just bring over American products and install them.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. There we go. We
And
can
have
all
a
get in on
burger
this.
restaurant too. An American restaurant in England.
Yeah, that's what you need. There's one down the road from me, and it is really, really good. And they do the proper burgers, and they are amazing. But there's not enough of them. There's not enough of them in the UK. And I tell you what, there's not enough of in America as well. American
Irish
pubs.
pubs?
There are no American pubs in America.
There are, because we
We
don't
call
have
them dive
pubs. If it's a
bars.
pub,
They
yeah,
call them
they're
dive bars.
bars.
I need to go. Each time I've been to America, I've gone to an
They
Irish
have
bar.
jukebox, they have food, and
That's
they
what
have
you
cheap
want.
beer.
That's it. That is it.
And you'll
That's
make a new best friend before the end of the night. There's
Yes.
always someone there who's in the tell-you story.
You get that over here, whether you like it or not. You're waiting to go home, and they're just for hours and hours. And no, it's not me before anyone asks.
Cheers, like the show, that's a bar. That's not a. We don't have pubs. Like if it's a pub, it's an English pub, an Irish pub. We have bars.
Yeah, so the pub in Cheers, which is one of my all-time favorite TV shows. I've actually been to the Cheers shop museum thing in Boston. That is a pub. That's a proper pub. That's the sort of pub that I want to go to.
Where everybody knows your name.
I'm not bothered about that. I just don't want an Irish bar with fish and chips. 3 nights on
Andy
the run.
will not let us forget that we brought him to the same Irish pub 2 nights in a row in Gettysburg.
They tried for free. I'm like, no, I am not going. I will go anywhere. I'll go and sit in the middle of Walmart on the floor and eat out of a bucket. So I'm not going to that bar again. And there's loads of different pubs. There's a barbecue stone oven pizza place there. And we didn't go in there because the other side was shut. I don't know what that was about. But anyway. Something went on. I'm like, oh, let's go to the Irish bar.
It was good the first night or the second night.
The first night was good because, you know, BMR Rob, Bigfoot Michigan Rob? He does a YouTube channel. And the guy who was serving could have been his brother. He looked like him. He sounded like him. But he'd had a few too many of them. And he was serving us. He was slurring. He was all over the place. And he'd gone and collected some like pots and stuff from one of the other from one of the other tables. He walked in the kitchen. All you heard was this smash and clatter, and we're like, "Yeah, he's been drinking." So
he definitely was.
Yeah, but BMR Rob, he was. I'm not slagging Rob off. Rob is an absolutely top guy. He's been on the show. We've been on his. But it was like if you just shut your eyes and just listen to him, you'd have thought it was Rob. And what did you call him? Rob 2.0.
Rob 2.0.
2.0.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, no, it was good. I was just fed up of going to the same pub. Anyway, enough of that. Keep going on about it.
Oh, we have a couple questions.
Sorry?
We have a couple questions.
Oh, do them. Let's speak.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Todd and Carmela, the Cocos from Stay Haunted, want to know: do you think aliens and Bigfoot have had any encounters with each other?
This is an interesting one because I've heard theories of Bigfoot and aliens working together as well. And some people talk about, like, you know, how Predator came to hunt on planet Earth for game. Maybe they sent Bigfoots as like a scout or something, like to, you know, check out the place and be like, yeah, this will be a good place. There's humans here. But I personally think Bigfoot is like a protector
Yeah.
for himself.
Yeah. So do you think then, just going off the back of that question, do you think like Bigfoot is part of the elemental, like the I always picture it like a big field with a ravine and a forest and that at the back, and you've got Bigfoot and the fairies and goblins and all them type of cryptids and creatures all living harmoniously together. And like you said, Bigfoot is the guardian of all of them.
I think Bigfoot is the guardian of the planet. Because I think when everything went haywire in Portlock, I think Bigfoot finally was like, all right, you're taking all the fish, you're drilling into the earth, and you're cutting down the trees. Like, enough is enough. You're taking too much. Because I've always been taught, only take what you need.
Yeah.
Leave some more for other people and so they can reproduce. So.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Makes sense.
So what's the local story in your village as to what Bigfoot is? Is there one main, like, what's the word? I can't think of the word.
So we have like two different words for Bigfoot. We have Nuntinuk and Luntinuk.
Okay.
I believe Nuntinuk is like a hairy man.
Yeah.
And I believe that is one of the stories was someone went out and lived in the woods and wanted to get away from everyone and then started getting hairy all over. That's one theory I've heard. And then I have Luntinuk with an L. Is believed to be like more of like the scientific approach, how like shape shifting and orbs and stuff like that. So they almost view them as like two different types.
Yeah. Ah.
But it's crazy because we've heard of like as kids growing up about how it might be a shapeshifter and stuff like that. So always be cautious and aware, especially if like a random bird is like on the ground just hopping and just like following you.
Yeah.
When you see like hundreds of those birds around and this one is just following you, I'll just be like, huh, okay, be nice, don't throw rocks at it.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
You thinking like Skinwalker kind of thing?
I need to do some more research into skinwalkers because I've heard like multiple different things and I'm like not quite sure yet on.
No.
But they also live in a different part of the United States compared to me, so
yes.
I didn't grow up with those in my neck of the woods and, you know, don't know what to expect or look or see. You just hear story from people traveling.
Yeah. So do you have like a local legend in your village? Like a specific story of Bigfoot that's been passed on through different generations?
There isn't just one. There's many from different aunts and uncles and cousins and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's not one that stands out that's like, this is what we're known for type of story. Like not like a, this is our Harry and the Henderson, you know.
Yeah.
There's not one specific moment where I can think of. It's just been more of like sightings or like people will be hiking and then all of a sudden they start getting lightheaded because it smells so bad. And then they see like 10, 15 yards away, they see a Bigfoot.
Yeah. So when they say about like sulfur, you get a sulfur smell when there's a Bigfoot presence. Have you ever had anything like that, or anyone you know had anything like that?
A couple of my cousins have like smelled that, We also have this thing called skunk cabbage that grows here in the woods, in like swampy areas, and that kind of has like a sulfurish smell.
Yeah.
And it's a very pungent smell, and when you're like going by it and it's like 30 feet away, you can smell it.
Oh no.
And we, as kids, we would take the big leaf and use that like a shield, and it almost looks like a mace.
Really?
So, and it's a plant. It's very, you can hit it on something and it'll crumble and break. It's like, I want to say like almost like a cucumber.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then it's got like a spiky ball at the end. It looks like a mace. And then you can hit it and it'll break like an old cucumber.
Yeah. And then the person will end up stinking. I can't even stand the smell of cabbage, normal cabbage or skunk cabbage. Yeah, not for me, but thanks. We've got another question for you, and this is from Todd and Carmela again. Hi guys, how are the insects during summer? I think he means how are they loud? Is it an abundance of them?
Are there a lot of bugs?
In Alaska, we're very lucky. We barely have like spiders and stuff like that. We have daddy long legs, but their mouths are too small to bite you.
Yeah, same.
So, but we have a lot of mosquitoes in the summer. In some areas, you can see clouds, like black cloud coming towards you. Like, oh, I think I need to run. Those are mosquitoes.
Yeah.
But it like just depends on where you're at in Alaska. Like if you're in a swampy, humid area, then you'll be around a lot of mosquitoes. But if you're like kind of like over by the ocean where you get an ocean breeze all the time, you won't have as many mosquitoes. But if you're like deep in the thick of the woods, you'll probably get into a few mosquitoes for sure.
Yeah.
But other than that, we really don't have any really bad insects. That's the beauty of Alaska is we don't have those giant spiders, and we don't have any reptiles or snakes.
Yeah, definitely coming to Alaska. But you have bears,
But
though,
you
don't
have
you?
killer Bigfoot
yeah,
and polar bears.
I am okay with seeing a giant animal or hearing it from a long distance away and being like, I have enough time to run.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll be camping and laying there, and then I'll scratch my neck in the morning and be like, oh, I got bit by something. I'm done. I couldn't fight for my life. I was sleeping.
Exactly.
A bear comes by, it's going to be like, I'll be like, oh, shoot, that's a bear. I need to go hide. Or I need to, like, try scare it. And then, yeah, I would rather go out at least being like, I have a chance versus waking up being like, oh, man, I got bit by a poisonous spider.
Yeah.
And then scratch my leg and a snake, too.
Right. We've got a bit of a surprise for you.
Yes.
Are you ready?
We have a special guest.
3, 2, 1. We have your good friend.
Maybe.
Well, we did. I don't know.
Hey.
He's either had a really fancy haircut or he's wearing some kind of hat.
Until it comes in clear, I don't think we'll know. I saw it down in the little backstage area, and I was like,
There it is.
There we go. Has he got your hat on, DJ?
I don't think that's my hat exactly. I better check. Jeff is a very unique individual. He might have my hat. Oh, we're in the clear.
Uh-oh.
See, that hat is amazing. Everyone was trying to steal that, by the way.
Why
And I mean,
we have magic
everyone.
hats, Andy?
I do not know. Because we've never been to Alaska and stolen
when you're
them
walking
from
around
DJ and Jeff.
and you're wearing a hat like this and you have a giant beard, people want to wear your hat.
Yeah, yeah, because you had a big beard when we met you, didn't
Yeah.
you? Yeah,
And I have long hair too. I just cut it yesterday.
Oh, no.
It's like 90 degrees in the kitchen all day, and I work 12 to
Wow.
15 hours a day. So
Jeez.
it's I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then I was like, oh man, what if I have to go to like a convention or something? And I was like, it grows back, it grows fast. I'm fine.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Just keep the hat on and don't tell anyone. It's all good.
No one will notice. No one will notice.
No, no. So you speaking about mosquitoes and that near the water in the sea, and I know there's been reports of sea cryptids around Alaska. Do you know of any? Do you know of any that you've either researched or people have told you about, or any that you've encountered yourself?
I have not encountered any. The one that I've heard of is kind of like almost like a Nessie over at this lake called Iliamna Lake, which is right next to Mount Iliamna, which is a volcano.
Yeah.
But that's the only sea one that I've heard of. But, you know, give me a couple months and I'll go and talk to some crab fishermen and see if they have any stories of cryptids or something that they've heard of along their journey.
Yeah. Yeah. And mermaids. Mermaids. That's what we want.
The
We need.
otter men.
We need to know about the water people. There we go. That's a better term.
Otter man.
Oh, water people.
The cute
Otterman.
Otterman.
Otterman's got
That
little
is like
tiny
the
hands.
inclusive term. They're not mermaids or mermen. They're water people.
Yeah. But Otterman will have really little
Is that
tiny
what they
hands.
like to be called, or is that
So
what
it
we
won't. I
tag
don't know.
them as?
We'll just see how it goes, and if they can play, we'll know they exist.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that we should talk about cryptids in an increasingly offensive manner until one of them comes out and says, hey, knock it off.
So have
That's
you
it.
guys watched Alaskan Killer Bigfoot?
Yes. Yes, I have.
So
Have you, Nicole?
there was that
no,
one
she's
night.
not.
There was that one night. I'm sorry, I'm gonna spoil this a little bit for you.
It's fine.
Spoil it.
Where we had Mr. Ron Moorhead come out to Portlock, which was very awesome, and it was great to see him be out there because he was telling me it was like one of the places I've always wanted to come to, just because of like all the history there about Bigfoot. So he had his Sierra Nevada Sounds like downloaded on iPad. We hooked it up to this giant speaker that was ridiculously loud.
Yeah.
And we waited till like 3:30 in the morning, and we went and hooked it up and set it up. And on the show, they had to tone down the speaker, otherwise you would just hear the microphones basically going out.
So just
it was
a reverb.
so loud. Yeah, it was
Wow.
so loud. And then he was playing all the Sierra Nevada Sounds and just like laughing. And I was like, what happens if they try to charge at us? And he's like, well, I'm ready to go. And I was like, I'm not. And then right when they started playing it, the trees started shaking, all the branches, birds started coming out of the... And I was like, it's 3:30 in the morning. No, the animals aren't active right now. But I was like, okay, tonight's going to be the night that I'm going to see a Bigfoot, and it's going to be the night that I get charged by a Bigfoot at the same time. Like, I wonder if I'll be able to tell this story. Because I was actually literally like, this could be it. This is the night. Like, we are literally like, I don't know, he recorded these sounds. What if they're talking trash to the other Bigfoot? Like,
I know what they're saying.
like, we don't know what they're saying. Like, and now you're instigating it at 3:30 in the morning. You're probably taking a nap, sleeping, and oh, you want to fight? I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is not a good idea. Why are we doing this? Are these ready? We don't have a helicopter or boat out here where we can take all the cast and crew out.
So how many? So when you're doing the filming, how many usually is there?
So when we did Alaskan Killer Bigfoot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There was 11 people out there.
That's a lot of people to shift if something comes out the woods.
Yeah. And I had to cook for them twice a day,
Really?
as well as act and hike and carry all the food and water for lunch.
Jesus. No one, if that was me, no one would be eating. You like, got a bottle of water. You'd have a bottle of water each, and that's it. That's got to last you for the days that we're here.
We're out here for 40 days. I got 38 protein bars.
Yeah.
I'm Italian. I cook for 11 people anyway. Doesn't matter how many there are. If more than that, it doubles.
I just had a wood fire.
Yeah.
And a metal grate. And most of the time it was raining. And I was like, this is not fun.
No.
No.
So with you being a chef and that, do you ever leave any food out for the Bigfoot to see if anything takes it? And like set up the trail cams and all that?
A couple of my cousins set up some trail cams and my older brother.
Yeah.
But food, like, I'm not exactly sure of what their diet is. Like, I don't want to leave fish and then have a bear come over and eat it.
Yeah.
And then leave out, like, apples or carrots or something and then have a moose come and eat it. And
yeah, suppose
maybe
you
if I
stop.
do, like, berries or something higher, then, like, a squirrel come, or, I don't know, a bird. I'd be like, dang it, I can't win this.
Yeah, because you can't
you're
control.
gonna like a polar bear.
Yeah, because you can't control
Polar
what's
bears
going to
are
come
scary.
in. Yeah, you can't control what's going to come and eat the food, can you?
No.
Have you ever seen a wild polar bear?
Yes. I've seen, the first time I seen a polar bear in the wild, there was 4 of them, like, walking together. And they're about 200 yards away, and I was like, those things are massive. I am so happy I'm in a vehicle driving on a road.
Wow.
And then
That's just crazy.
the university
Just drive down the road. See a polar bear.
well, it was on the oil field, like all the way on the top of Alaska. And then when I was also working up there, the university puts tracking tags on them every year. And so they have to tranquilize them to be able to put the tag on.
Yeah.
So I got to work after my 2 weeks off and just pulled in, and they're like, hey, can we give you a call in like 30 minutes? And I was like, okay. And then they called me and they're like, do you want to see a polar bear real close? And I was like, did you guys shoot one? And they're like, no, the university's putting tags on them, but it's tranquilized right now so you can get real close. So they had it in this big giant, you know, those semi trucks that have the round trailers that they have like milk or water in?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, when you're driving behind it, it looks like a circle.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
the whole, like, yeah.
Yeah.
So they had like a smaller version of one of those. And what they did was they put like seal oil and bacon grease in it. And then the bear went in one area, and on the remote, they hit the button and it dropped the cage. So then they trapped the bear that way. And then they put in little like slits in it so they can shoot it with the tranquilizer dart.
Yeah.
And then, well, after they put the tag on, if you wanted to go and see it, they would call you up and you can go see it up close. And it was probably about 12 feet long, 10, 12 feet long, probably like 1,000 pounds easily, maybe 1,200 pounds. It was a giant animal. I was like,
Wow.
I'm so happy you're unconscious, and I'm so happy you're in the steel container.
It's like if one of them comes at you, you're not getting away from it no matter what. Not a chance.
No. If it's hungry, you're going to be its next meal. But
yeah,
you might get lucky, and it might be full, and just walk by and look at you and just be like, yeah, I'm going to take a nap over here.
The thing is, though, an animal that big, it's going to take a lot to feed it. It's going to take a lot of food before it's not hungry.
Yeah. They every year they also have the couple of native villages are allowed to get like 2 or 3 whales a year to feed the communities.
Yeah.
So they'll come and they'll get their meat, but they have to process it like within like 2-3 hours after they kill it. So they get as much meat off as they can, and then they leave. And then you'll
Yeah.
see like 40 or 50 polar bears sitting there just eating the rest of the whale.
Wow.
So they get their filling for sure.
Yeah. Imagine being in the middle of that, though. I'd like to see it, like you said, from a distance, and
Yeah. I like to see
something
things from a
in
distance in a
between.
safe environment where I can get
Yeah.
away quickly.
Yeah. But so I wonder how many polar bears that have been mistaken for a Bigfoot. I know it's a different colour, but because I know polar bears have black skin, don't they? It's just the fur
Yeah.
that's translucent. There must be some polar bears out there that have got some sort of alopecia that are just obviously got no fur.
Have you never seen a naked polar bear?
No, I'm just trying to picture it in my mind now as I'm talking.
Google it.
Google is a wonderful thing.
Is it? Right. I just never ever
No,
thought
they're
I never
so
Google
weird.
them. Right, let me have a look now. Images.
Don't Google naked polar bear.
I Googled naked polar bear.
No,
it's how surprised.
Don't Google naked polar bear.
Don't type naked. Because polar bear with no fur is a safer option.
Polar bear, no fur. Not naked polar bear. People are weird.
Yeah. But if you look at that, if that's on its hind legs, you can tell it's a type of bear. But if you're in a forest and that's walking through the forest and you just see it in like your peripheral, then you're going to get that, aren't you? And when you're already in the mindset that something might be watching you, but even though you type in no fur, they've all got fur. Oh, here we go. Without fur.
Did you find it?
Yeah, but see, that's easily can be. Let me save the image.
It's a chupacabra.
But that's what it looks like. It's like chupacabra or a dogman.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let me add the image to here. One second. There.
Got it.
But imagine that's going to be like 5-6 foot stood on all fours. That's stood on its hind legs. You're talking anything between 7 and 12 feet. If you're looking at that, you know what I mean? It's easily going to be mistaken for something else.
Mm-hmm.
So, DJ, do you think a lot of these sightings could be mistaken identity then? Especially up in Alaska where you've got the polar bears?
See, the polar bears are only in like a specific region of Alaska, and that's all the way up north. And then where we're from, we don't have grizzly bears. We just have black bears, and they're not as nearly as big as. If they stand up on their hind legs, they're not more than 6.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
So when you have reports of things going like 7 to 12 feet tall, you know, that's more like a grizzly or a naked polar bear.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. It's like I said, but if you're in like the dead of the night and you're in the forest and your mind's already doing overtime of what could be watching you, and then you've seen a glimpse of something like that. I'm not saying it is that. I'm just saying, do you think that could be a big possibility of what people are seeing?
Yes and no, because we see so many like bears and coyotes and wolves and goats, and that you kind of know what they look like at a distance because being out, our village being out there in the wilderness, you have to be aware of like a bear going to the dump, or because that's like 200 yards from my sister's house. And it's not like a gated dump or anything or a transfer station, you know. It's literally like where you throw your garbage and then it gets plowed over. And so bears will go in there and they'll rummage if they get desperate, like in the fall. But usually they get a lot of berries and a lot of salmon during the summer, so you're usually not too worried about them, but you still need to be aware because they do have sharp claws, and you know, if they are hungry, then they'll come looking for a meal. So
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I've seen a bear like probably 200-300 yards away. Like it walked out of the brush and then it stood up on its hind legs. And then I yelled over in that direction just to see if it would, you know, keep going, because I was going that way and I didn't want to get too close. I didn't want to have to use my gun that day.
Yeah.
And I yelled, and then it went back down on all fours, and then just like slowly, jollily, like singing bare necessities in its head while it was going, crossing the road. And I was like, you know what? I'm really happy I didn't have to shoot my gun and startle it. It looked like it's having a good day. And then I drove and.
But
see, Andy really wanted to see a bear when he came to Gettysburg. When he came to Pennsylvania, he's like, I'm going to see a freaking bear. Well, first it was, there's no bears. We don't have to worry about it. He was scared of bears. And then he got excited and he wanted to see the bears. And he potentially heard a bear.
No, we both stood there and we heard a bear. I said, did you hear that? You said yes, but I don't think
I heard it. But I don't think it was a bear.
It was a noise.
What was it? We didn't hear that one.
Ready? That's what it sounded like. Yeah. And for me, that is what a bear would sound like if I was near a bear. But it sounded like it wasn't a massive bear. It didn't sound big. And it sounded like it was moving away from us. And I stood there and I was looking through the trees. I wasn't brave enough to go into the trees. And I'm looking to see if I could see any movement, but there's nothing. I couldn't hear anything, and we didn't hear it do it again. I can't do it again. I've got a sore throat now. Nearly as good as my Bigfoot impression the other week. But we won't talk about that either. But it's just, I wanted to see. I've not seen a raccoon yet. I've not seen a possum. And these are things that you guys see on a daily basis.
We don't have raccoons in Alaska.
Daily basis.
No. But it's like
you actually rarely see a raccoon unless it's dead on the side of the road.
I'd even see that. I seen one dead day when Anthony was driving me back to New York. That was it. In a 12-hour all-round road trip, I seen one roadkill. That's it. Nothing.
Yeah, there wasn't that many out.
There was nothing. So that's why I think Bigfoot really do exist in the US, because there would be more roadkill if there's no Bigfoot, because that's what they're going to be feeding on.
You can't gauge off America's roadkill off of that one trip. You can still feed the whole island of England with the roadkill in the United States every day.
That is the only research I have at the moment. Next time I come over, I'll do more data and we'll see how it pans out.
This is the scientific study, guys.
So,
Roadkill
speaking of
correlation,
scientific study, do you
Bigfoot.
guys want to do a scientific study in Alaska?
I'd love to.
But only in the summer.
I want to try get a, well, you know, like a convention like Daniel had, but here in Alaska. That I'm really wanting to do something like that. So
do it. We'll be your first guests.
Yes. Yeah. It's only a 58-hour flight. I'll be fine.
I want to get everybody that I met over there in the UK, over in Somerset, and bring them over to Alaska. I think that'd be so amazing.
That'd be amazing. That really would. Yes. I'm definitely up for that. Yeah.
And you guys can all eat at the restaurant I work at too. I can make you guys all food.
There we go.
Yeah.
And then we can go looking for
when we go out in the wilderness looking for Bigfoot.
Polar bears.
No. I mean,
still have
and
not
you might get lucky and you might be able to see the Aurora Borealis as well.
You know how low that's gone? Like, we can see it here.
We seen it. Crazy. We had it last year in the UK. It's just weird because it was like I'd gone out in the back garden and it was like just this massive light it felt like it was right above me. It's so overwhelming. It felt like just felt like something was coming down towards you, and it kind of like made you feel a bit intimidated because of how vast it was. That was very strange, that. But it was good. And I was trying to wake the other half up and was not having any of it. I'm like, oh, sod you, I'm not keep doing this. So I just went out, took loads of photos. But why didn't you wake me? I did try.
Well, when it happens here, you can really only see it in pictures. Like, you can kind of see it a little bit. The sky's a little pink, but the colors don't really show up until you take a picture.
Yeah, it's like green and pink, and like the bits in between. There's nothing. It wasn't all moving like you see.
I was going to say, it gets so intense up here. Like, it just lights up the sky like purple, green, blue, red. Yeah. It just starts dancing like crazy. Way back in the day when I seen it the first time, I actually played some dubstep music, and it was like dancing to the music. I was like, this is so cool.
This is probably the best picture that I got of it.
Oh, nice.
You can see.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Most of it was just like a streak in the sky. It was nothing. But in the picture doesn't do it any justice because you could see it a lot better with the naked eye. So when you take the photo, because it's trying to zoom in and get focus, it lost a lot of the color.
We just kind of get it like that.
Oh, it weren't even that good.
But like this is only, it looks like nothing. Just kind of like a pinky sky until you take a picture.
Yeah. 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 I know. So we need to get a photo of that with a polar bear and a Bigfoot dancing to DJ's music, his drum and bass in the background. There we go. That's it.
Oh my
Started.
goodness! I literally just got my phone plugged in, and it got all the way down to 1%. By the time I plugged it in, I was like, "Oh, geez." I would have just been cut off.
Oh no, not good.
No.
No.
And then also, we gotta have a UFO above the Bigfoot, and they gotta have light on the dance floor.
Yes.
And a
Oh,
ghost. Don't
yes.
forget about the ghosts.
Ghost DJ doing some scratching. Here you go.
All right,
Go
somebody
ahead.
remember this because we're gonna make this picture. AI it.
Yes.
Absolutely, that would be cool. You guys will have to
Ghost
definitely send me
DJ,
a
polar
copy.
bear, Bigfoot.
Do you want me to do it now?
Aliens and UFO, Northern Lights.
Yeah, we have a couple
One
minutes
second.
left. Let's see what AI comes up with.
Create an image of the Northern Lights with a UFO doing lights, two ghosts doing a DJ mix with a polar bear and Bigfoot dancing in the middle. Right. Give it a couple of minutes, and then if it's good, I'll upload it. If it's crap, I'll upload it. So let's see. But just while DJ's on, we are starting to do a panel show. It's going to be the first Friday of every month.
Nice.
Have you just done that now?
Yeah.
Mine is not
They
that
have
quick.
top hats.
Even
Top
better.
hats.
Oh my god. So we're going to be doing a panel show first Friday of the month, and it's called, I'm just going to play a little video for those who haven't seen it. Here we go.
Are you playing the video?
Paranormal pizza party. I like it.
So what we're going to do, it's like a round, it's not, we're just there, it's not a round table, it's just a table. And we talk about the paranormal whilst eating pizza. The rule is you have to have a pizza. Nicole said you have one slice of pizza. We're like, that'll be gone before I've done the intro. What you on about? But we got to have a full pizza. And yeah, so we're just going to be eating and talking about paranormal, our own accounts that we found online and all that. So we are looking for guests to come on that. So we are doing a Halloween special. So that's getting recorded on the 13th of September. We've got all the guests for that already. I've had to turn some people away because it's
Nice.
just, it's so good. And there we go. You ready?
Nice.
There you go, Nicole. DJ.
Yeah, send
Very
that to
nice.
me.
I will. I'll send it over in a minute.
Oh, I forgot the UFO.
See. Yeah, so we're doing this. So we're doing it for the Halloween special. And then we decided, you know what? There's so many people that responded to it. So we decided to do it for the first Friday of the month because then we can do the 10 membership giveaway for the channel as well. And I'm already booking. We've got the Halloween special. The first one's going to be in November. I'm already booking guests to come on in December. So November's pretty much full, and December. So we're getting there. So I will save this and I will send it to you both now.
Yes. Okay. Pizza Party Podcast is a wholesome, fun show, not Pizzagate.
Yes. So we did have a few comments. I
was thinking it.
Did you see that? Yeah, I was. Did you see the comments? Well, we all know what happens at a pizza party, therefore I'm not getting involved. But it's not one of them.
It's not that kind of pizza party.
No, we're not in Hollywood now, you know.
That's Washington, D.C. We're not hanging out at Planet Pizza.
No. No, this is legit pizza.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
make pizza every day.
exactly. See, you can't beat pizza. And
Not
this way,
Pizzagate.
I am then guaranteed to get a pizza at least once a month.
That's everything in moderation is good, and you got to have
Yeah,
that alarm being like, hey, you've been eating clean for 29, 30 days now, so you got to have that pizza today.
exactly that.
You got to make sure that heart is ticking properly. You got to give it
Yes.
a little bit of a struggle wagon once in a while to make sure it's doing its job.
Yep. And this, when I find it, so this is the AI image I managed to create.
Oh, that's cool.
Cute.
Yeah. So it's all good. Yeah. So we are looking for people to come and guest on there as
Oh my
well.
god. I need to sidebar because I was trying to generate the image because I forgot the UFO, and you know who's in it?
Go on,
Who is this?
bench guy.
It's Bench Guy.
Oh
I did
my
not say
God.
include Bench Guy. I said create an image of a polar bear and a Bigfoot dancing and a DJ and a ghost DJ spinning a record under the northern lights. A UFO is in the sky. And it put Bench Guy in it.
There you go. There you go. So just a quick hello to DJ from Neil. So Neil was the one that interviewed you in the green room at the Cryptid Conference. If you remember that far back.
Yes. I did. He interviewed me, and we recorded a podcast while we were doing that.
See, it's awesome, isn't it? That's
That
why I love
was,
these conferences.
That day was crazy because Daniel's like, I need you here. I need you here. Come to the green room and do this interview podcast. So I was just like, okay, where to next? All right, let's go.
Yeah, I know. It was so cool. It
was definitely
really
a lot
good.
of fun. That was my first conference ever.
Really?
And that set the stage for me on like, okay, I want to do this now.
Yeah.
No, it was good. And one of my favourite bits was at the end where he was all sat in the room, he was all lined up. It was like a firing range. It was a bit weird like that, but it was still good. And then we just all got a chance to ask questions. That was, it was great. And then, but also as well, because you had the table with Jeff, and we got to talk to you individually as well.
Yeah.
And
Gwen was right next to me.
Yes, And then Vivian was to the other side of you.
Yeah,
Vivian,
and that's where I got
yourself.
this from. Was from Vivian.
Vivian Powell. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know. So it was just full of great people. And that's where Tommy from Let's Get Freaky podcast. First time I met him. It was just loads of people there, and it was great. It was just it was as that and Gettysburg were on level with each other. Just with the people there, the people speaking, the whole event, how it was run, everything was just bang on. It really was. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Do we? Oh, I think we've got one. We're nearly at the 90-minute mark, unfortunately. Yeah. So I'll just read a couple of comments. So this is from Big Red, and he's asking question: does native culture seem to lean more towards fear or reverence for Bigfoot? Apologies if already asked.
Where I grew up, there was a lot of people that were in fear, but that's why I said I feel like Bigfoot is a protector, because if we're supposed to be living in fear after what was going on in Portlock, then why didn't Bigfoot just walk another 5 miles and keep the rampage going?
Yeah.
Or when did everybody leave, everything, calmed down, less sightings, we're a small community, so people don't go wandering in the woods like they're not supposed to by themselves, just causing a ruckus. So, you don't have the random hiker went missing, because no one's a random hiker. They're our family or somebody. So everyone knows who's in the woods when they're in the woods. So
Yeah.
you're going to get firewood, people know you're up there. And
Yeah.
so, and if someone hasn't been seen for, 6 to 12 hours longer than what was expected, then, people start asking questions, and, we'll get a group of people together and go, make sure, hey, you good? Everything's okay?
Yeah. So, I've another quick question. Do you do remote viewing, or have you ever considered doing remote viewing?
Remote viewing?
Yeah.
What's that?
So it's like astral projection, but with your mind. So a lot of they use it for searching for missing people, and that it was a military thing back in the day. But a lot of people that are into the paranormal, sorry, that's killing. A lot of people that are in paranormal tend to do it.
Interesting. No, I've never heard of it, but this is the kind of stuff that intrigues me and gets like the hamster in the brain start running. Get the wheels spinning.
Yeah, apparently anyone can do it. I've never tried doing it. But you can do online courses for like $25 on Wouch and things like that. Honestly,
not everyone can do it easily. It's like psychic ability.
Yeah, CIA confirmed it that it exists, so they use it to like search for people, like what Uri Geller does, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, definitely look into it.
Remote viewing. Okay, you're gonna have to like make me a list of like all the stuff I need to start looking up.
Yes,
all the terms that just like went ding 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 in my head, and all the cool pictures that you guys are generating.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
so DJ, where can people find you? What are you working on now?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, and I work at Sophia's Restaurant in Anchorage, Alaska on Spinard Road. It's close by the airport. Went to England, I want to say 4 weeks ago. And we filmed Bigfoot Primal Fear. And that should be coming out around Halloween. So I get to die in a movie. I'm really excited about that. Pretty proud. And then we also did a few episodes of Legend Seekers, new TV show coming out as well. So that was a lot of fun. It was really cool to be able to see everybody from the conference again and just get together and film stuff. And we all geeked out about UFOs, Bigfoots, aliens, South America, Loch Ness. Like, we were talking about every continent and like different cryptids, and Gwen was telling us about like what it's like being a paramedic, and I was talking about what it's like being a chef, and RPG was telling us about his stories, like being a commercial fisherman and like moving to California, and then like it's an awesome group of people, because like for me, right after I made the TV show, I had shoulder surgery, and it was 6 months I couldn't do anything after, so I would watch YouTube all day because I was bored and I couldn't do anything. And so I would just go down like every little rabbit hole I can and just start like, oh, I remember my dad talked about like this as a kid, or this conspiracy, or hey, my buddy told me about this. So then I dig down in the rabbit hole because I had nothing to do, and
Yeah,
it was pretty awesome.
cool. Excellent. So thank you. Oh. So I was just about to end it, but Darren, baby of a laser, has decided he's going to ask another question. So he's DJ, have you got a log cabin I can borrow for a few years? Make sure he's got no internet if you say yeah.
I don't have a log cabin that you can borrow. I do intend on building log cabins here in the next couple of years, so I could rent them out or something.
Do you know what you could do? You could get Darren to go over there and get him to build you one.
Right.
There you go. Yes.
Well, I already have like logs that I've already like peeled and limbed and everything. And right now, in Alaska, our trees are the Sitka spruce. So the sap has to come out before you can build a place with it. Because if you try to build a place, then the sap is coming out when you take the bark off. The wood would start to twist and creak, and it would sound very spooky if you're sleeping in the middle of the night and it was summer, and all of a sudden you start hearing all these twists and creaks and cracks because the log wasn't seasoned properly, which is literally basically like getting it on pallets, like stacking logs on top of each other and throwing a tarp over so it stays dry. So that way the sap could come out. And then once the sap comes out, the log is about half the weight that it used to be.
Because it's no liquid.
And after you cut it, it won't twist and creak or anything like that.
Yeah, there you go, Darren. Now you know how to create a log cabin. So we'll get your flights booked to Alaska, and we'll see you in about 20 years.
There we go.
All right, we'll come to the Bigfoot investigation, ground zero, UFO investigation, ground zero camp that people can come to.
But if you go to Alaska, make sure you have internet by Wednesday, because we're going to be back Wednesday with who, Andy?
So this Wednesday is a surprise for Nicole. So it's someone that we was talking to in Gettysburg. That's all. So we've both spoke to these people at the same time, but there was lots of people that we spoke to at the same time. That's all I'm telling you.
I have a couple theories, but we'll see which one's right.
Go on.
Any of them are right. Nope. I'm keeping them to myself. I'm going to write them down, and we'll see if they're right.
Right, write them down now. You have to write them down now. Right.
No, I'll do it after the show.
Yeah, but then you can change it.
I'm not going to change it. I'll send you a picture of the thing after the show.
And you've got to seal it, put an envelope or something.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
I will do that.
So we have two surprise guests coming on Wednesday. It was, all I'm going to say, it was difficult to get them both on at the same time. Yeah. Okay. And this was more, their side was hard work. I just sat here and waited for a reply, basically. But it's only because, so Gwendolyn was supposed to be on next week, but because she started that new job, she doesn't finish till 5 EST, so she can't make it. So we're going to try and rearrange it for either a Saturday or do a pre-record, because I wanted to get everyone on from the conference on over the next few weeks. So we've got, obviously, you and Jeff have been on this week. And then we've got Vivian Powell on the 3rd of September. So in 2 weeks' time, Vivian's going to be coming on. Then we've got Angela in 2 weeks, yeah. A week and a half.
I'm going to flood with questions just because I love Vivian.
Then we've got Angela Harrison, who does a lot of work with Paul Howard with Host for Ghosts. Then we've got Abby Dent coming on and Ian Wills. And then Tony Banham. Tony Banham's on the 1st of October. And then after that week, we've got a lot of the people that we met over in Gettysburg. So it's trying to get everyone together around like week after week that was doing the same stuff. I think it just runs better that way. So yeah, so I need to contact Gwendolyn to get her on and do the pre-record with her. So thank you so much, DJ, for coming on. Got a bit gutted that Jeff came on with, I don't know, was it a wig or a hat or a
he had a hat
one
like
of his,
mine, but his was a little bit more furry.
This was a very much like Rod Hull.
He wants to come back on during a pizza panel, so we're gonna have him back on.
Oh, definitely.
Right on.
Yeah. So anyone want? So we're going to have between 6 and 8 guests on each of the pizza ones. So
You just
if anyone
need more guests.
No, between 6 and 8 because we can have 10 on the screen at a time, so we can't have more than 8 guests. But the rule is you eat pizza. If you want pineapple on it, have pineapple on it. Just don't let me see you eating it because that's so wrong. Anyway,
it's gonna be fun.
Go on.
Oh,
Me getting out of work at 3:00, getting home by 3:25, trying to get changed and acquire pizza before the show.
Uber on your way home.
Right.
So it gets there
There
as
better
you
be
get
pizza
there.
sitting on my doorstep when I get home.
Yeah. So,
which day are these on? I want to be able to make sure that I could partake in it because that's one of my main jobs at work is make pizza. So I can come up with different
Friday of
pizzas every time.
Yeah. So the first
you guys
Friday,
have to give me a reminder until I start getting it on the normal schedule because every time I'm gonna have a different pizza and be like, this is what I came up with today.
People get points for the weirdest pizza they bring to the show.
Ooh.
Yes, and
oh my God, you guys are my people. I love you.
Also,
so much. Talking about Bigfoot, food, pizza. I'm so excited.
So what I'm going to do as well, I'm just going to play this video quickly again. You can now buy merchandise with the green bit that says Paranormal Pizza Party or whatever it says on it. You can now get the merchandise. I'm also getting key rings with that on and the little rubber badges as well.
Okay.
So
heck yeah.
Yes.
And the link is going to be on the YouTube channel?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yeah. So once that gets going, I have got 2 more things, one that Nicole knows about, one that Nicole doesn't know about. So we've got an online conference that we're going to be doing, but because we was going to try and do it this year, but because we need to get this up and running for the Friday to make it just a bit more fun, we're concentrating on making sure that this goes and it works the right way. We're putting the conference off until beginning of summer next year. Just gives us more time to get things sorted and get everything up and running and do it exactly how we want to do it rather than rushing around and getting stuff wrong. So
absolutely, that is awesome.
So what I'm hoping to do as well, once I get the badges and key rings, anyone who comes on as a guest will get one of the badges or key ring or whatever it is. So you get it sent out and posted to you. I know,
I'm so
do.
excited. Oh, yes. Should I tell you guys something cool? I love like collectibles and souvenirs and stuff like that.
Even better. There we go.
Yesterday, we were cooking food and we look over across the street and there's this building surrounded by FBI agents and U.S. Marshals.
Oh.
So we give this person outside, they're like, hey, I'll give you like $5 and a free sandwich if you go hand out these menus to all those agents out there. And he's like, okay. So he goes over and he hands over all these menus to all these FBI agents and stuff. Yeah. And we're watching from the kitchen. And our kitchen has tinted windows like a vehicle. So you can see outside, but they can't see in. So they're all looking over and they're like all nodding their heads, and I was like, no way. And then like 12 people came over to order food.
Let's see, there you go. Look, everyone loves pizza. Everybody.
None of them ordered pizza.
Oh,
But we had really nice sandwiches that they wanted, and we have a salad bar that is like we make all the dressings and everything from scratch. So, and our
Yeah.
soups for, and I was like, hey, can I get a picture with you guys before you go? And they're like, yeah, okay, cool. Just you can't post it. And I was like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I understand the rules. Like I've been in
Yeah.
film, and they're like, is that you with the Alaskan Killer Bigfoot? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, we're the U.S. Marshals. And I was like, big fan of you guys.
Awesome.
wow.
And one of them grabbed his body armor and ripped off a patch and gave it to me. And I was like, so
Wow.
it says U.S. Marshals, Alaska on it.
That's pretty
Wow.
cool.
I was
Right.
like, on.
Excellent. Sorry, we are going to have to end it now because we've gone over the time. But thank you, DJ, so much for coming on. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
for our mods being on at the very beginning and now vanishing. So Nickname was on and Garrow was on from Midwest Night Watchers. Don't know where Org and everyone else is. Probably all gone looking for Bigfoot or something. But anyway, so we will be back on Wednesday with, I know he said who there was then, with our surprise guest. So close. That's twice I've nearly done that. We'll be back on Wednesday with our surprise guest. It's going to be, they're all fantastic, but you're going to love this one. So we'll see you guys then. Anyone interested, even people in the chat that want to come on and be part of the Paranormal Pizza Party.
Because we're really just hanging out. We're hanging out, eating pizza, bullshitting.
Yeah. Most of you are more than welcome. Not all of you, because I know what some of you and up to no good and all that. So DJ's gone. So we are going to wrap this up. So thank you. I know you've got to go. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful bank holiday for people in the UK if you are not working, which is me. I'll just quickly add him. He's back. So take care, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Don't forget, get your pizzas ready. That's all you got to
Goodbye.